Yo, what's going on, guys? So when I was making my last map, which was the Aim Duel Map, while making it, I ran into a problem. How do I get people on opposing teams to randomly teleport to the same place? Now, with the popularity of the realistic 1v1s, 2v2s, and so on and so on, I'm sure a lot of you are going to want to make your own maps and are going to run into this problem. You don't want to just spawn to the same spot every single time. You would like it to be random, but you want the opposing team to also randomly go with you, or I guess go to the random location that you end up going. Now, I think there's some other ways of doing it. I couldn't find any way to do that. I felt like I had to revolve it around the teleporters. I looked all over to try to find how to do this. I couldn't find any video, anything about this. I just had to figure it out on my own. So when I did, I'm like, yo, I'm gonna make the video for somebody. And remember, we're talking about random. I can get you into a cycle around the map, but I want it to be sometimes you're here, sometimes you're there, not the exact same thing every time. We're talking about randomness. All right, so first things first, I want to show you in a test map first, and then I'll show you the way I implemented it in my map. I'm gonna try to make this simple. I guess it is kind of simple if you think about it, but like when you're trying to wrap your head around it, if you haven't messed around with this before, it can get a little crazy. I'm gonna show you what I've already preset, and then I'm gonna make a new one at the end, and I'll just show you that as well. So the way I got this to work is these are the teleporters, very first ones. I have these as the ones that are gonna actually teleport you to a random location. So right now we just have 2 teleporters there and 2 teleporters here. You can't see them, but they're there. I'll explain that in a second. So this one is just your random setup. This one can randomly go to either one of these 2 as your destination. How's that? We go to the options, but we go to all options. I took this on none. It's not that important. The important part is that I just wanted to get a little of the clutter out of the way. It's about your target group. So the target group here is B. This is gonna be the one that teleports you to your random location. Now it's enabled on, blah, 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 blah. Change your teleporter target. I have it on entry, so we can keep that random. Another important thing is face player and the teleporter direction. I actually don't know if the first one's that important. I know though it's important for those 2, but I just have it all on yes. And just so you know real quick, the teleporter direction, you see this little spew that's coming out right there? That is the direction of the teleporter. So you don't want just some people just to face this way when the guy's behind you. So always have them kind of facing the way you want them to. Now, and then there's nothing you have to do here. What this is gonna do is you're gonna be able to teleport to a random target of B. These are both B. But here's where it gets a little different. Everything's the same, except you're gonna now take your teleporter group. This is the group that one's gonna be teleporting to. Now these are B. This one's B and that one's B. Remember, some of this part's a little basic, but I'm going over it just in case people don't know. Now, the important part, everything's the same from the other one. The important part is this. When you're teleported to here, you're transmitting on channel 1. That is the important part. Now, this one is linked up to this one that will also enable, I'll explain that I guess in a second, but this one's also on channel 1, this one channel 1. These are both channel 2, this one and the one right there. As you can see, everything's the same now. You can copy this one to this one. The only thing you have to change now is your channel. This one, when you're teleported to here, it transmits on channel 2. So I go through here, I can random teleport to this one. Now, this is the teleporter that they're gonna use to teleport randomly to here. First one, the only thing you need to do is make sure that these 2 don't ever sync up. So this one's on, I put teleport group D, just another one. It could have been just something that these aren't using. Same thing going on here. Face in the direction. There's nothing you have to really focus on here. Now this is how I got it to work. These over here are left. The reason this is invisible right now, it's here. You can see how I can customize it. The reason this is invisible is what I did is I left these off. So this teleporter does not work. Doesn't work right now. Why? Because the ones that you're supposed to go to are disabled. So you see the teleporter group, I have it right here, enabled during the phase, it's off. It's not enabled. But this thing turns on when receiving from its corresponding channel. So we're looking at channel 1 here. This one has channel 2. So how's that work? Remember this one, if you teleport randomly to this one, if you teleported to here, channel 1 gets transmitted on. When this one gets a signal from channel 1, it enables. So now this one turns on. And then the only other location that if this turns on, that one's still off. This has no other option but to teleport you to the only one that's available, which is this one. That's how I got these all to sync up. And I'll show you real quick. All right, so say there's a player here, say there's a player there. I go through here, boom. Where am I at? I am on the channel 2 one. Look which one just decided to show up. That one now, its corresponding one is available. This one is still off. That one turned on. Now, so that means this guy just randomly teleported to that last one. Guess where I'm gonna teleport to? The only one available, which is its corresponding one. Yeah, there we go. I just spawned from the middle one. Now that one turned on. Now, since it's on, having it on a round by round basis is important because this one will stay on once it's on. So when you have it on a round by round basis, these will all reset, and then the only one will be on and you will be transferred to that. And now real quick, I want to show you how easy it is to copy and paste. Once you already have it all done and you made it, this is how easy it is to keep making more. You grab it, you copy it, you walk it down to the other one, boom. Now, everything's the same, that's all fine. The only thing that needs to change is this. It needs to transmit on channel 3, or just one up. It can just keep going, keep going, keep going. This one will be on 3. Why? Because that one's 1, 2. Now, over here. There's my little invisible guy. I'm gonna grab him, copy him. Now this one. Now this one needs to respond to this one. Now I'm just gonna go down. Enable when receiving from channel 3. So I just moved it up. I just moved both of these up. Now this one works with this one. And you just rinse and repeat and make as many of these as you kind of want. So here's my actual map. This is the map that I have my Aiming Duels map. I want to show you another very important tip. But first we gotta look under the hood real quick. All right, this is important. So this is that main teleporter. This is the one that teleports you to the ones that have to be enabled as you land there. I have this explosive device to drop people into this area. So you're set up on the platform. I also have that explosive device to set to only blow up a 0.25 radius, and I put it in the middle so people couldn't land kind of outside if they were running and jumping or something like that. I just only wanted to break the floor and let you drop right in. Now the first thing you notice here, these are all set high, these are all set low. So you want to go to the same place. You have to wait for these to trigger. So this is that one that teleports you to the random spot. These are the ones that only teleport you to the ones that were disabled and then become enabled once you get to its corresponding one, if that makes sense. So the reason these teleporters are up high is that you can get to them first. This one will trigger, and when it triggers, by the time this guy falls down to the bottom here, he can then be teleported to that spot. But real quick, this guy, boom, he falls in here. He gets teleported. Let's say he randomly teleports to this one. Boom, then he teleports here. This invisible one that's enabled will now be turned on. So by the time this guy falls down to the bottom ones, that one got turned on. He gets teleported to the very corresponding one, which will be this teleporter right here. And now they're both in the same box. Now that has very different applications. You can do whatever you really want with that. You notice how every single one has its main one and then the one that's off. Got this one, and then you got the one that's off. Well, there you go, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this actually helps you out. I didn't see any video on this. I personally was just hoping to find something on this information when I was trying to make it. Couldn't find it, had to figure something out. Took me forever. Finally got there. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section if it's helped any of you guys out. It would also mean the world to me if you use creator code SolidDreamF1, that subscribe button, follow the channel. I'll catch you guys in the next one.